Federal Drive is presented by GEHA, Government Employees Health Association, proudly providing health and dental benefits to federal employees and their families. Visit GEHA.com.
The Space Force's Space Systems Command is already seeing an increase in trust and confidence when it comes to applying artificial intelligence tools to mission areas. While hard metrics may still be difficult to point to, for areas like source selection or market research, Guardians are already feeling the impact of these new and emerging capabilities. F. Schnell is Deputy Portfolio Acquisition Executive for the Space Force Infrastructure Office, and Captain Doc Rana is the Director of Human AI Teaming Lab at Space Systems Command. They talked about it with Federal News Network's Jason Miller on our Space and Satellite Exchange. Rana speaks first.
We are looking at AI and automation as tools to help the acquisition professionals or workforce / F's office, right? Any or other offices across Space Systems Command and Space Force as applicable. The goal is to move faster, make better use of information, reduce time spent on repetitive tasks, which AI does really well. The goal is not to replace acquisition professionals by using AI. The goal is to give them better tools so they can focus on judgment, strategy, mission needs, risk profile, delivering capability faster. As F mentioned about RFP, when looking at reviewing RFPs, etc. A lot of acquisition work involves finding information, reviewing documents, tracking requirements, previous requirements, lessons learned, understanding risk, coordinating across different offices. This is where AI and automation can really help. And they can help organize information, support market research, which is extremely important, review large amounts of text data, and identify patterns and improve knowledge management. So with that, we can do better due diligence. But the human remains central to the whole operation. The technology should support the acquisition professional, not bypass the acquisition professional. So human in the loop process. Whatever happens, human is in the loop, making the final decision. Over.
You make a really interesting point that we hear time and again: not replace, but speed up, make things better, make them understand. I think that's one of the things that I'd love to know a little more about. How are you getting Guardians to trust the AI? As part of your lab, it's right. Not just I'm going to show you how to do it and look, it works, but there's a bigger piece here. Right.
So that's definitely a great question, and I have to think how much I can get deeper into it because that may expose our TTPs, right? How we do things to business.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to expose any TTPs, but from a high level, if you're going to jump in, go ahead.
Yeah. So from a PAE office, adoption of new technology and tools is something that we've been working through for the last 30 years, really, because it's getting faster, but we've never not had a new tool. So it is really a case of putting a demand signal out there. Secretary Hegseth did that with the "I want you to use Gen AI" direction. The policy memo that we issued adds to the emphasis to start using these tools, but it's also a matter of checking in and broadcasting early wins. Like, I didn't know my cost analysts were using it until we issued the policy and said, "Tell me what wins you're doing." And they said, "Okay, here's what example. It would have taken 3 hours to do it. It took me 15 minutes, so I could go on to more work." It's not about doing away with people's job. It's I have more work than I have people to do, and now I can get into the next level of detail. So it's broadcasting the early wins and showing other people how easy it is. I have a monthly brain day where we take half a day and we work through issues that are interest to the workforce, and we broadcast this is how Office A or B or C is using it. And if they find that useful to their task, they can go talk to that office and collaborate on challenges, workload issues. So from my perspective, it is a push along many different lines to get adoption. And it's not all a hard sell. It's not all soft. It's across the board of we're going to use it, so let's figure out how to.
So I'll jump in. Thank you for bringing that your point. So in the lab, how do we trust? How do we calibrate the trust in AI responsibly? So in the lab, it is not the blind trust that an operator or guardian should do. It is our core question is: do we believe in AI? The question is: can guardians use AI the right level of trust at the right time, at the right mission decision? So HatLab answered that by evaluating AI-enabled tools in operationally relevant scenarios. I think I mentioned initially. So Guardian interact with AI recommendation, decision support tools, and simulated mission vignettes, for example, while the lab studies how this tool can affect their trust, their workload, situational awareness, decision confidence. Like, so AI usually provide a confidence score like I'm 95% sure, so that kind of confidence, and mission effectiveness, and those are the key areas we're looking at: trust calibration, human accountability, operators workload, as I mentioned initially, decision quality of it, explainability and usability, and of if possible, we would like to support governance policy eventually. Lab has a process to look at trust calibration, and we work with the operators who are working in mission set, operation relevant mission set, to calibrate that trust. Hope that answers your question.
It does. I mean, I think you got to work with the users. You have to kind of show them what it can do, and not that it's going to replace them. But oh my God, this, to F's point, the cost analyst. Wait a minute, that used to take me 3 hours, and now it takes me 15 minutes. Wow, that's a huge change. And I think you have to show them, and not only does it take you 15 minutes, but the tool does it right, or is 99% right, or some sort of high percentage. Because even as humans, we'll make mistakes. We'll fat finger a keyboard or something as well. So you have to accept some sort of mistake with as long as it lowers risk.
Absolutely. Yep, you're correct. Like the way said. So F and the team across Space Systems Command or Space Force, they're the end users, right? Somebody has to be looking at the trust piece. Is what Guardian doing the right thing to do, etc., etc. So our lab is that lab who focuses on that.
That's Doc Rana, the Director of Human AI Teaming Lab at Space Systems Command. You also heard from F. Schnell, Deputy Portfolio Acquisition Executive for the Space Force Infrastructure Office. It was part of our Space and Satellite Exchange this week. If you missed that event, you can get caught up at federalnewsnetwork.com.